Hi everybody, I'm Lou,
I'm Ben.
and today we're going to teach you all about air filters. Today we're going to teach you everything about air filters.
We're gonna dispel some myths and get you on the road.
And we're going to teach you how to save a bit of money, unlike myself, and why you should upgrade your paper filter to either a K&N or a beautiful BMC unit.
We're gonna call this "Do as Lou Does," not.
Yeah, no, don't do like me. Learn from me, but don't do like me. Which is why we got Ben here, to give you all a little bit of education on the proper way to do things. So Ben, what are your tips for like the average person? I'm looking, how do I buy an air filter? You know nothing about air filters or your machine, and you just kind of want to make sure you have peace of mind. What are the things to look for?
There's nothing wrong with these, to be honest. If you have just a regular car, you're not looking to spend a ton of money, and you just want something that's simple, absolutely nothing wrong with it. They don't protect you from STDs.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Tried.
Okay.
But once you still want to start doing a little bit more performance-oriented stuff, or if you just want something that's maybe a little more eco-friendly, that's reusable, something that's going to last the life of the vehicle, that's when something like these washable filters, high-performance filters, are going to excel. And the way that I always kind of word it for people is, say if these are 15, 20, 25 bucks from the dealer, that's pretty cheap. Some of these range from $60, $70 up to $900, like these Lamborghini filters from BMC. Basically, if you keep buying those, you're going to basically get up to the cost of one of these after maybe 3 or 4 washes of these guys. Typically, you should wash a filter maybe every 2 or 3 oil changes is kind of what I say. There's a couple of different versions of filters that you can get. Some companies do dry flow, which dry flow has a cotton media like these, sometimes fiberglass or different materials. But basically a dry flow filter will flow more but filter less, whereas then an oiled filter will filter more but flow less.
All right. How does the oiling affect, say, like, my MAP sensor? Like,
Yep.
Now I know like these are reusable. They both come with their own kits.
Yeah.
If you're purchasing a K&N filter, I highly recommend you pick up their cleaning kit as well. It's got the cleaning solution and the oil for you. But yeah, does the oil mess up my MAP sensor or what?
No, it's very common though, but it is just because they kind of go a little ham in the application process. So essentially in the cleaning process, you soak the outside of the filter and the inside as well if you need, not as mandatory, but you can soak it. Let it soak for probably 10 minutes or so, then rinse the filter from the inside out.
Yeah.
That basically takes everything and dislodges it, gets it out of the filter,
Right.
rather than beating it into the actual material.
Yeah.
But then after that, let it dry completely and then do a light coating, and you'll start to actually see the media start to change color. And then after that, basically just apply until it's uniform, but you definitely don't have to go crazy.
Gotcha. Okay. Pro tip, everybody: don't put too much oil on these. Just a nice little dusting. That's it. You're good to
More
go.
is usually better, but in this case, it's not.
Is there a big difference between the filtration properties of like a paper and the cotton that's in these guys?
Yeah, absolutely. The filtration of a paper filter is a lot less, and also the flow is a lot less compared to something like K&N or BMC. BMC filters down to 7 microns, very, very small.
So, dude, what are the main differences between like a K&N filter and say a BMC? I mean, this one is $900 for everybody and their daddy's Lambo.
The materials are better. It does depend on the application. Typically what you'll see though is a K&N is a rubber or a silicone type material.
Right.
Sometimes polyurethane as well, just depends on the application and the price. So it is typically a little bit cheaper application of material, whereas when you come to BMC, it's all polyurethane. In the case of this quite expensive Lamborghini Aventador filter, it's actually dry carbon fiber. So I guess it's just so you can tell people you have carbon fiber.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whether it's worth that or not, that's up to you, I guess. To me, it is. I just like to have peace of mind and to know that I bought something that's good for my car. They're both very well known. They're both very well touted in racing. BMC has won Formula One, Le Mans, WRC, MotoGP. That's the kind of cars that use these. K&N is known in NASCAR, a lot of grassroots racing. So it's just two different ways of doing the same thing. It's like anything, like when you're looking at a car, when you're looking at parts for your car, have your budget in mind, obviously. There's nothing or no reason that I would say stay away from K&N or only do BMC or vice versa.
Right, yeah.
But basically, keep your budget in mind. Most people obviously do go with the K&N because it's a good filter. filter, it's less expensive.
Yeah.
But then the people who want something a little bit better, BMC, or just if K&N doesn't have it, BMC likely does, and vice versa. Both of these filters are meant to last the lifetime of the vehicle.
Yo, they got these for your Camaro?
Probably.
Ooh.
I don't want to know how much it is though.
Ooh. Stay tuned for Ben's Camaro build. It's quite juicy.
It's gonna get spicy.
Mmm.
Like think about that 2 a.m. gut starts to rumble because you had those really spicy wings. Yeah, it's coming out hot.
And since I have a Camaro, you can tell I hate those Mustang guys.
So guys, if you like what you saw, don't forget to hit us up with a subscribe down below. Make sure you comment down and tell me and Ben what kind of parts you want to see in the parts bin next. So yeah, moral of the story is, kids, you don't need the paper one. It's cheap. I fell for it for years. In all honesty, if I switched to a K&N or a BMC earlier in the game, I probably could have already afforded the Lambo carbon filter. So be
all
smart
about
like
that
Ben. Don't be dumb like me. Upgrade. This one's full on got a B in there and everything.
The bee
In
didn't get
time.
through, it filtered it.
Yeah, that's true. It still did stuff. Oh, pro tip, if you run out of cleaner, brake cleaner works really good too. And an air hose.